Right folks, so welcome back to another video. This is the new project car, I can confirm. Subaru Impreza Turbo 2000, UK spec in Mica blue, lovely thing. It does fully run the car, drives, I have driven it. It's got an MOT and all that good stuff. MOT if you are so not from the UK, it's like it's roadworthy and all that stuff. But yeah, we sort of picked this car up from Southampton, which is about a 2.5 hour drive. I actually paid £1,750 for this car, so thought we'd get straight to the cost. Here's going to be during the GTI, which is sitting there nicely with the bonnet open. But yeah, without me rambling on too much, let's give you guys a little tour of the car. Show you some of the paperwork I got with it. I'll basically explain what on earth we're going to be doing with this thing, because it's going to be quite a different one to what we're usually used to. First Japanese car. Right, so because we're already in the interior, we'll start with this first. I'll turn the ignition off and open the door, get a bit of air in. Old school Japanese 90s interior. Beeping immobilizer as well. Momo steering wheel. So you can see here it's got the later dash. GC8s did have different dashes over the years. Got these sort of buckety style seats. Car came with some bits because it was sort of an unfinished project previously. And the owner gave me some of these silicone hoses and this seat cover and yeah, some other bits and bobs there. Nothing too extravagant. 5-speed manual gearbox. Proper handbrake. This car does have quite a few STI badges stuck all over it, which is not cool. This isn't an STI, this is a equivalent to like a UK version of a WRX. We never got the STI in the UK, we just got these UK 2000s. As far as I'm aware anyway. There's so many different versions of Impreza, I just lose count. I mean, I'm good with my car facts, but trust me, there's like 1,000 special editions. So it's going to be an interesting one to learn. But yeah, we'll just hop out anyway. Nothing too interesting going on here. There's no anti-lag switches or anything like that, but who knows in future. So a lot cooler in here as well. So frameless doors. They do come down quite weirdly. Subarus have this gap where they come in this way. Mica blue is the color that I wanted. It's got a few little bits on it, like it's got a P1 style split at the front, which I'm not too sure about keeping, because we are going to go for a rally style look with this. My inspiration is the 555 rally cars, you know, the earlier first gen Subarus, the one like Colin McRae drove. They were based on the pre-facelift though. This is the facelift with the more squarer lights, got the grille as well. But yeah, I've put a picture of the 555 rally car on the screen anyway. It's got a lot of potential. Again, more STI badges on it. These are fog lamp covers, which I will have probably got anyway, but I don't know, might leave that on. At least one badge, I guess. This car never had an original plate, if you know what I mean. It's always had that. And we have got the paperwork over there to show you guys all of this stuff, which we'll go over in a bit. Now the main thing that's probably glaring out on the camera so far is this whole unpainted panel here. Now the reason for this is about 3-4 months ago, the previous owner spent around 900 quid getting this all welded and repaired. If you're not too familiar, these GC8 Imprezas, they rust very easily. All of this normally decays. So for me, it was a big bonus that this car has had all this rust repaired. That was the main thing I was looking for. You can have a car that looks very fancy, all the nice gold wheels and whatnot, but the structure is a bit mashed up. So stuff like wheels and body kit we can change on the Subaru, endless opportunities for that. So yeah, the main thing was make sure that's all good. And the sill has also been repaired as well. Now the previous owner said that he just had a few spots of rust along the edge, so he decided to just get it all done, sort of a comprehensive job. If you look here, it's all been primered as well, so it's ready for paint. So that's going to be another video to come in the future, getting this all nicely done. Going around the back, we've got this big wing which looks to me like an STI one. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you remember I did drive a Subaru Impreza P1. It was like a review style video, and yeah, that thing was crazy. And I remember that was the first Subaru I drove, so I kind of set the bar quite high, because then P1s are really good to drive. They're the 2-door Impreza as well. Some people prefer the Japanese Type R, but yeah, if I can just get a bit of that buzz from this thing, I'll be happy, man. I just want it to feel like a rally car. That's the whole reason I got it. I'm a big fan of WRC, or pretty much all my life, to be fair. The 23-24 years I've been around. Used to play old Colin McRae games back in the days as well. That was my main game I played. Walking into my pole as well. Yeah, by the way, I painted all of this. Nice grey paintwork. Matches the 2 grey cars I've had. Oh yeah, this is the first blue car we've had on the channel, or any ever, to be fair. I don't think I've ever had a blue car, but yeah, this is the first Japanese car for sure. Around the back, Subaru badges. These UK ones don't say WRX on the back. Some of the JDM WRXs come with 280 bhp. Some people say they're like a watered down STI. Again, another STI badge, which I don't know why it's got so many STI badges on it. Big boy exhaust, as a Subaru should have. It is got a few silencers in it though, because I was having a look underneath. It does sound good, as you will have saw at the start. This I want to get color coded. because I think it just, yeah, I'm not a fan of it being in plastic. But yeah, if you are new to the channel and you've enjoyed the video so far, you have a rough idea what I'm going to do, make sure you do subscribe. We're at 59,000 subscribers right now, but we're very close to 60. So yeah, make sure you go down and hit subscribe if you do want to follow this challenge. It is going to be quite an interesting one, because what I'm used to working on is something like this. GTI Mark 5, did a full turbo swap on this, exhaust, intake, injectors, everything's been done on this car. It's making around 354 horsepower. Wheels have been changed. Next is handling, we're upgrading the brakes, so this is still going to continue. But yeah, this is going to be a whole new kettle of fish, as they say. But yeah, make sure you go down and hit subscribe, definitely, if you want to follow this thing. But yeah, continuing, these wheels I'm not a fan. I think they ruined the car. I should have gold wheels and smaller ones too. These are 18s. And yeah, Subaru should have gold 16s or 17s on it, in my opinion. I'm not going to turn this into like some street load thing. It's just no point for me. You've got the GTI and we've got an M2 as well for all of that stuff. We'll see if we can get on any dirt tracks as well, if you guys know as well. Any places that we can go mess around and do some handbrake turns and whatever. That'd be good. Yeah, maybe go for like a Type RA style look without the side skirts even, because we've got them in the boot but we could leave them off. I even want to downgrade to the smaller spoiler, because I think this big boy wing probably is more of a kind of street look, because it goes with the sort of splitter at the front. But if you take that off, give it some big mud flaps and chunky tires. Right, this bonnet is solid in terms of how heavy it is. Of course, got a scoop there for the intercooler. The intercoolers are top mounted on this. Got some vents, I don't know if they're real. Maybe they are. They've got one hole on them, which isn't much. But let me just put this camera down, because this bonnet is really heavy. Right, so here it is, 2 litre boxer turbo, EJ205 I believe. There's a turbo right there. If you guys are not familiar with your engine bays or your mechanics, or you just simply enjoy watching nice cars, that intercooler that I'm talking about there is normally at the front on your normal car. There's mine down there on a GTI, so Subarus have them at the top. You can convert it to the front if you want a bit more better airflow, as you can, but then we're probably gonna have to cut out something here, probably this, or take the plate off. I've been told it's totally factory in terms of power wise, which is good, because I didn't want one that had been modified too much, because then you never know, buy it and it goes bang the next day. Still might go bang the next day after we start working on it, but that's just a risk with buying a 1750 quid Subaru. Strut brace here, which is definitely aftermarket. I don't see why it'd come with a pink one from the factory. Top mounts there. We're going to change this out to some, maybe, I don't know, suspension that gives it a bit of lift. We'll work on that. I'll need some advice in the comment section as well from you Scooby guys. Batteries right here. Intake is here, or airbox. That's the intake pipe going in there. It's the inlet manifold. Aftermarket dump valve. Yeah, I've been told I don't like these dump valves. I've been given the original one as well. Somewhere here. Where is it? Probably in here somewhere, but yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah, we'll put that back on. We'll get a few of these hoses changed over. It's really baffling how much stuff there is in this engine bay. I mean, it's all pretty, I mean, understandable if you just make sense of what's what. It just looks different on a boxer engine. You just got all these hoses everywhere. But as we've figured out with that car, it's best to get them changed all to a silicone setup. Luckily we have got some. But yeah, it's just the way everything just overlaps, and yeah, we'll get those mirrors changed as well, maybe some rally style ones, maybe even cut out a roof hatch. All these interesting things you can do. Right folks, so in the workbench area, which I recently had done, trying to get as much tools as I can. The tools are always essential for the job, I have learnt. It's not just about having the normal socket sets or whatnot, especially with an old car. You can have a bolt spinning, and I've had that headache before, so learn as I go along. Yeah, the paperwork which I've got in here. This is my folder, by the way. It never came in this folder. I like to keep my stuff organized. So this is the warranty booklet showing some of the history. Now there is an interesting secret with this car, which I will explain to you in the next video, which is going to be the everything wrong with the car. It's related to this history, and yeah, this is all the stamps it's had over the years and whatnot, so it's pretty cool. It's nice to just have that. I'm not too interested anyway in all of that, because it's at the point where I'd still want to do my own checks. Got a tracker booklet in here. It's got 2 keys as well, so that's that there. Alright, so these are some of the invoices. A lot of it's MOT certificates as well. Now so here's the most recent one, 10th of May. It had an oil change, oil filter, and an MOT, and it passed the MOT. And the advisories were all decent. I have HPI'd the car. Now from the checks I did, it's not a crashed car. Apparently it is HPI clear. You never know, the car might have had a few fender benders over the years that wasn't recorded. Who knows at this point. The car has had around 9 owners. I believe I'm the 10th. Some of those owners only had it for a week, which was a bit weird. So I don't know what to expect. You guys are going to be joining me on all the issues we do come across. If any, it might be a good car, you never know. At least one thing we don't have to worry about is rust, like a coilover strut going through the car as soon as we take a bend too hard. So that is the good thing about this car. But yeah, I mean, the rest is just for here. This guy, one of the owners, just went to the same place, Andy Perks, Shrewsbury, a bunch of invoices from there. I mean, this appears to be the supplying dealers invoices, like 2004. I don't know if you could see on the tripod before, but this is up close of the vehicle's first kind of registration. So 1st of September 2000, and it had the registration X89 UMA. So Uma, I don't know. Should we give this thing a name as well? The last time I said give a name for the GTI, we didn't end up giving it one. We just called it the high mileage GTI. But yeah, that's all the stuff. I won't bore you too much with paperwork, but I know some of you guys like this kind of stuff because it's interesting. Now, the previous owner of this car was a mechanic. When I went down to Southampton to pick this car up, I had a chat with him. He's had a few Scoobies in the past as well. And he bought it as a project for himself. He just never got around to finishing it. He had sort of personal reasons for getting rid of the car. And yeah, so for me, it did kind of work in terms of like the right car for the channel. I didn't want something too clean, because if you spend around 3 to 3.5 or even more, it depends how clean you want to go or how low mileage, these WRXs, even like non-STIs, can go for a lot of money. But for me, around the £2 mark was the ideal kind of budget, and the fact that it's Mica blue as well, it kind of suited me. I just wanted a running car, and MOT was a bonus as well. Ideally, the reason why I wanted an MOT car is because then I could test drive it and then check for any knocking and anything like that. I know you Scooby guys will probably be in the comments right now saying, yeah, check this, check that. I want you guys to all tell me all the things I need to do. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the kind of reveal, I'd say. Fuji Heavy Industries. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you do subscribe if you are new here. Drop a like on the video if you do like the direction we're going with the channel. And yeah, check back in a few days for the latest video on the Subaru. And yeah, we'll get cracking.